What's up, boxing fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a big one. Raymond Muratalla versus Andy Cruz. Two of the best lightweights in the world, two completely different paths to the top, and a fight that has all the ingredients to be a modern classic. In this video, we're breaking down how this fight could play out and the strengths and weaknesses of both fighters. Let's get into it. Raymond Muratalla, the controlled pressure power boxer. Raymond Muratalla is best described as a controlled pressure power boxer. He is not a pure swarmer. He is not a pure counterpuncher. He is not a slick outside stylist. Instead, he blends patient forward pressure with sharp, economical power punching. His style is built on 4 pillars. 1. Ring control. 2. Right hand power. 3. Body attack. 4. Defensive responsibility. He advances behind a tight guard, takes away space, and looks to force opponents into exchanges where his strength and power become decisive. Muratalla's foundation is extremely solid. He fights in an orthodox stance, wide, stable base, knees slightly bent, weight centered, allowing him to punch hard without overcommitting. He rarely overreaches. He maintains balance even when throwing power, which allows him to recover position quickly after exchanges. Muratalla's defense is based on movement and timing. He likes to step back just out of range to make his opponents miss, then immediately counter while they're off balance. He uses good footwork to control distance, keeps his hands in position to block or parry, and stays relaxed so he can slip shots instead of absorbing them. This makes opponents overreach and walk into his counters. Footwork. Methodical forward steps. Uses small lateral steps to close exits. Offensive identity. Power with discipline. Muratalla is a power puncher, but not a reckless one. His offense is built around a heavy straight right hand, a stiff jab, a punishing left hook to the body. The right hand, his signature weapon. The right hand is the cornerstone of Muratalla's offense. He throws it as a straight down the pipe, as a counter over the jab, as a step-in power shot when closing distance. It is fast, compact, and heavy. When it lands clean, it visibly affects opponents. Bodywork. One of the most important and underrated supreme aspects of Muratalla's game is his body attack, mental toughness, and composure. Perhaps his greatest asset is his mentality. Muratalla does not panic. He does not rush. He does not lose structure under pressure. Ring, IQ, and tactical patience. Muratalla understands professional pacing. He builds rounds, adjusts timing, reads patterns, sets traps. He does not blow his energy in the first 3 rounds trying to score a highlight reel knockout. Instead, he studies reactions and begins breaking opponents down. This makes him very difficult to outthink over long fights. Weaknesses. Limited combination. Punching. Muratalla often throws in singles or 2-punch sequences. Muratalla sometimes waits for openings instead of creating them. 1-speed pressure. Muratalla's pace is steady, but he does not always show multiple gears. Against fighters who manage distance well, he sometimes struggles to raise the tempo in a way that breaks resistance. Susceptibility to elite movement. He has beaten movers, but they can make him work harder than he wants. Fighters with speed and craft can steal rounds with movement, force him into resets, limit his output. Defense. His defense is solid but somewhat static. He blocks well, but does not slip much, does not roll much, can be hit clean. Andy Cruz, the technician, the tactician, the prototype of the modern Cuban boxer. Andy Cruz's boxing style, the surgeon at lightweight. Andy Cruz's style is best described as high IQ, distance-controlled, tempo-dictated boxing. He is a tactician. His approach is rooted in elite foot positioning, distance manipulation, feints and triggers counter-punching, precision over volume, damage over chaos. Cruz fights like a chess grandmaster. He rarely wastes punches. He rarely overcommits. He rarely loses balance. He rarely gives opponents the same look twice. Where many fighters rely on physicality, Cruz relies on geometry. Core stylistic identity. Cruz is a mid-range technician who excels at controlling the lead foot battle, dominating with the jab, creating angles after punching, making opponents miss by inches, punishing mistakes immediately. His style is built on making opponents uncomfortable before they even throw. He does not chase knockouts, he manufactures them. The mechanics of his game: distance control. his greatest weapon. Andy Cruz's greatest skill is his command of distance. He lives in the space where he can hit and not be hit. He consistently keeps opponents. At the end of his jab, just outside their punching range, forced to reset after every exchange, he manipulates distance. He rarely retreats in straight lines. Instead, he slides at angles, forcing opponents to turn before throwing, which kills their power. Footwork and ring positioning. He is a functional mover. His footwork is designed to maintain balance, preserve punching position, keep his hips loaded, exit exchanges safely. Jab, the command tool. Andy Cruz's jab is not just a scoring punch, it is a control weapon. He uses it to measure range, break rhythm, freeze opponents, set up right hands, blind opponents temporarily. It is fast, accurate, and retracts instantly. He rarely leaves it extended long enough to be countered. Cruz's feint game is elite. These feints serve one purpose: to make the opponent react. Once the opponent reacts, Cruz immediately punishes the reaction. This is why his counters land so clean. He creates the opening first. Counter punching. Precision Cruz is deadly when opponents get impatient. When fighters try to force the action, he pulls and counters, slips and fires, steps offline and returns fire, catches and shoots. He throws tight, compact counters. He rarely loads up. His counters are thrown with perfect timing rather than brute force. Combination structure. Cruz's combinations are short and efficient. 2 and 3 punch sequences, rarely more than 4 punches. Always exits after he is not a volume puncher, but his accuracy is high. When he opens up, he does so in sudden bursts, quick flurries followed by immediate repositioning. Defensive responsibility. Cruz is difficult to hit clean. He uses subtle head movement, shoulder rolls, distance management, quick hand recovery. His hands return immediately after punching, which limits counter opportunities. He doesn't rely on reflexes alone. His defense is systematic. Elite fundamentals. Everything Cruz does is technically correct. Stance, balance, guard, foot placement, punch mechanics. He wastes no motion. He lands clean, very clean. His punches are sharp, well-placed, and well-timed. Improving power, Cruz is clearly sitting down on his punches more in the pros. He is not a one-punch knockout artist, but he hurts people with accumulation and timing. Weaknesses, where Andy Cruz can be tested. Inside fighting, Cruz is not naturally comfortable in prolonged phone booth exchanges. He prefers space. A strong inside fighter who can cut off the ring, lean on him, work the body, smother his counters can make him uncomfortable. Physical pressure. He has not yet faced a truly elite mauler, a fighter who can wrestle in the clinch, push him to the ropes, force ugly exchanges. This remains a question mark. Power against elite opposition. While his power is improving, he has not yet proven one-punch deterrent power against world-level lightweights. Some elite fighters may be willing to take his shots to get inside. Championship round pressure. He has not yet been tested in a razor-close 12-round war. How he responds under extreme fatigue and pressure remains to be seen. Suspect durability and chin. Emerging concern in Andy Cruz's profile is the question of his durability and chin, highlighted during his bout with Antonio Moran. In that fight, Cruz was visibly rocked after absorbing a clean shot, momentarily losing his composure and balance. While he recovered well and went on to control the fight, the moment raised legitimate questions about how he handles clean power at the professional level. How I see the fight going, I think this is one of those fights that can swing either way depending on who wins the battles over range, rhythm and resets. Both Andy Cruz and Raymond Muratalla like operating in that in and out pocket, touching you and sliding away. Both are comfortable near center ring, but they try to own it differently. Cruz uses measured pressure to set traps and pivot out. Muratalla applies accumulative pressure to crowd space and force longer exchanges. That's why I expect a lot of mid-ring chess, feints, half steps, slips, and touch and take away moments. Neither guy is reckless. Both roll punches well and look to counter off defense, so I don't expect a high connect brawl. Where I lean Cruz is the jab. It's sharp, well-timed, and acts like a steering wheel against a forward mover. Muratalla can come in a little honest at times, and if his head isn't moving consistently on entry, Cruz can punish that, touching first, stepping off the line, and forcing constant resets. I also see both fighters making each other miss quite a bit, which should create a high-level technical back and forth. Still, it's not one-way traffic. Muratalla has real power, and the kind that changes behavior. One clean shot can flip the fight instantly, especially with Cruz's chin still being a question mark at this level, so a knockout for Muratalla can't be ruled out at all. So I see a tug of war. Rounds where Cruz looks like the cleaner, smarter fighter, breaking rhythm with the jab and cleaner punches. And rounds where Muratalla's pressure starts to bite and the exchanges get more physical. If I had to pick, I lean Cruz in a close one based on cleaner scoring, jab control, and defense. But Muratalla's power and persistence mean a KO is always lurking in the background. It's a tight tactical fight centered around mid-ring, with Cruz edging it on precision and timing. My final prediction is Andy Cruz by decision. So that's my breakdown of Raymond Muratalla versus Andy Cruz. Drop your prediction in the comments, let me know who you've got and why. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future fight previews and analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.